Hey, what's up everyone? Junebug here. I got the idea for this because of a tweet, and I wanted to rant again, and I didn't want to stream it. So, deal with this. This is just going to be talking about MagicScrumpy. If you don't know who MagicScrumpy is, he was a popular YouTuber in the Smash community. He made tool-assisted videos about various characters, what-if scenarios, and how to tweak them. The problem ended up being he was a liar and a fraud. So that's the gist of the video. Let's start at the beginning. At one point I actually enjoyed watching MagicScrumpy videos, and I thought the What If series was a very good concept. We take so many moves in Smash for granted, especially in Melee. Like, what if Game & Watch could L-cancel all those aerials? Like, how would that change the meta? I think it postulates a lot of interesting concepts, and I think the execution of the concept was pretty interesting. TAS looks cool. TAS looks cool sometimes. Ultimately, I'm not a huge fan of TAS. I like me some good old-fashioned humans missing their wavelands, but it ends up being pretty entertaining in this format. Just flashy combos and whatnot. He releases this combo video about Young Link called 600 Hours. And at the time, people were pretty hyped. I mean, first glance, I thought it was one of the best combo videos ever made. Like, the best Young Link combo video by far. And I was impressed. It apparently was real, or that's what he said. We'll get back to that later. For me, I think his content started to feel a little weird when he started making his Making an X Character Viable series. For one, character balance is this really weird thing in Smash. I don't think most people have figured it out. Even in the PM community, where we're constantly like discussing the design of characters, we still haven't figured it out. It ends up being really hard. So I take most character design opinions with a grain of salt. There's a lot of biases, a lot of different opinions, and obviously me, being me with my role in the Smash community, I have been very biased and very wrong on characters and design in the past, and I've learned a lot through, years of iterating and understanding how characters develop. Years of experience in the Smash community. I think you should have opinions on character design, but I think they should be rooted in analysis. Smash characters are crazy. Like, they're all like really like crazy and wacky, and I think understanding the design of them is super important. Like, you can buff a character and nerf a character and buff a character, but ultimately the character's still going to be flawed in a lot of ways. It's the job of the designer to decide what their design philosophy is and decide, okay, like, is it okay if Ness is bad? How can we make Ness good? Like, how will Ness's tools function in the meta? I never really got the feeling that Scrumpy understood the changes that he was proposing in these videos, just based on like how he went over them. He kind of just skimmed over them.
Let's also make it so he's less vulnerable after he uses it. My version of Viable Ness will have less cooldown on his up B. Now,
and honestly, some of the changes were good. Obviously, like slower characters changing their jump squat, changing their dash speed definitely helps out a lot. But I thought, yeah, he sort of skimmed over them. I didn't get the impression that he understood them. Just from his review.
Our final change has to do with his recovery, and it still kinda speeds him up in a way. We're going to make Ganon able to act out of his aerial down B 5 frames earlier, letting him double jump 5 frames sooner. Ganon's doomed to have a bad recovery, but this gives him a few more options. And with that change, Viable Ganon is complete.
And, I mean, the videos were entertaining, but what are the implications of fixing the character? Like, that's the next step. Like, and I guess they're like 4 or 5 minute videos, but so he doesn't like really get into the nitty gritty of it, but what are the implications of fixing this? Would he still be viable against like all these different characters' tools? Did the tools end up like the things that you fix end up addressing his problems with certain matchups? All these things were suggested, but then like, I don't know. At the end of the video, it just has like fun TAS. What are like, these are all these changes, and now here's some TAS to show that the character's just fixed. Yeah, so I think it's like an entertaining concept, But as somebody who's like played Smash competitively for a good amount of my life and has thought about how characters are designed, I thought it sort of fell short in that perspective, in that way. Then everything came crashing down. There was a reason that his making X character viable series was so weird. For one, all the changes that he suggested were just stolen from SD Remix, which is a popular mod of Melee designed by Ripple. I know Ripple. Like, he's a DD player from Brawl and PM. We're both OGs. We grew up in the same communities, PM and Brawl. And we share some agreements and disagreements on game design. I actually made a video about his campy DDD if you guys want to check it out at some point. Shout out to Ripple if you're watching OG God. But he literally copy and pasted stuff from Ripple's Melee SD Remix patch, like changes, like no analysis, just literally plagiarism, and I can't stand that. I really don't agree with that. There was even a point where there was a mistake in the patch notes, and Scrumpy took the mistake and put it in his video.
Also going to reduce the knockback on the first 2 hits so it connects better with the 3rd hit, which will have slightly more knockback.
Like, he didn't even do the good cheating thing. Like, when your people, I've never done this, but if people are trying to like get some extra bulk added to their essay and they copy and paste somebody's statement into it, they like change stuff around, right? You gotta change it around. If you're gonna be a cheater, you at least have to, if you're gonna be a cheater, you at least have to cheat good. Like, come on. You can't literally copy and paste values. I guess he got cocky? Like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. And then, okay, going back to 600 hours. And I didn't notice this until it became a controversy. It's kind of messed up that he's like, yeah, 600 hours. That's how long it took me to get this gameplay footage. Like, foregoing that whole it takes 10,000 hours to be a master at something thing, it's a little slap in the face to the people like me who have put in 10,000 hours and cannot do stuff like that with Youngling. But whatever. The entire video is fake. And if it wasn't fake, honestly, like looking back on it, Scrumpy looks like one of the greatest players of all time. I'm just gonna put stuff that he does in the video here. Like, it's just crazy. And he pretended it wasn't TAS. There's Reddit comments of him saying it's not TAS. It used to say in the description that it wasn't TAS. He submitted it in a combo video contest that were like for money, and it was TAS. Like, he pretended that he played, and it was TAS. It's just it's so messed up. And the thing is, he built his brand off this video. Like, that video was so popular. Probably got a decent amount of subscribers. Probably got a lot of views, and therefore money from it. Like, what is this guy? Like, this dude got cocky. He made some good content, and then made some cheating content, and realized he could get away with the cheating content, and kept doing it. And rightfully so. There was this massive fallout. Ultimately, it's sad that a once respected YouTuber cheated his way to the top and wasn't held accountable till the very end, you know? And he made some entertaining content at one point, and then he gave up when he realized he could get rewarded for cheating. And I think it's good that the Smash community sort of held him accountable in the way they reacted on social media. And we still have a lot to deal with in terms of accountability. His videos are still up. He's still making money off content he lied about, ideas he stole. And I mean, this is just a general trend in like the online like YouTube community, you know? We definitely have some problems with accountability. Honestly, we still have a lot to deal with, but I don't think he should be profiting off the Smash community right now. Like, it's wild that he still has his account up. And I mean, other people do too, right? Yeah, the point of this video is to sort of make sure that he's held accountable on this platform, as opposed to like, I know he's changing his name and stuff, so to MagicScrumpy or Scrumpy or whatever you're trying to change your name to next to avoid accountability, shame on you. Nobody should be able to build their brand and a platform off of stealing other people's work and pounding it off as your own. So yeah, now I'm gonna play this mod of Super Smash Bros. Brawl. See, can you cut the video? cut the video?